The discovery of America by Europeans is a complex and multifaceted historical event that unfolded over centuries. This video will explore the key voyages, explorers, and circumstances that led to the European discovery of America, focusing primarily on the period between the late 15th and early 16th centuries. Before the arrival of Europeans, the Americas were already inhabited by diverse indigenous peoples, with rich cultures and civilizations spanning thousands of years. The European discovery marked a significant turning point in world history, leading to profound changes and interactions between different civilizations. The origins of the European exploration of America can be traced back to the desire for trade, wealth, and the search for new sea routes to Asia. In the late 15th century, Europe was undergoing a period of intense political, economic, and intellectual transformations. Technological advancements, such as improved shipbuilding techniques and navigation instruments, paved the way for daring voyages across the Atlantic Ocean. One of the most famous figures associated with the discovery of America is Christopher Columbus, an Italian explorer sponsored by the Spanish monarchy. In 1492, Columbus embarked on a transatlantic voyage with the aim of finding a western route to Asia. He landed in the Bahamas, believing he had reached the Indies. Columbus made subsequent expeditions, exploring the Caribbean islands, the coasts of Central and South America, and laying the foundation for future European colonization. Following Columbus, other European powers sought to establish their presence in the New World. The Portuguese, led by explorers such as Vasco da Gama and Pedro Álvares Cabral, focused their efforts on finding a sea route to India and the lucrative spice trade. In 1498, da Gama successfully reached India, opening up a direct sea route from Europe to the east. In the early 16th century, Spanish conquistadors and explorers played a pivotal role in the exploration and conquest of the Americas. Hernán Cortés, for instance, led an expedition that resulted in the fall of the Aztec Empire in present-day Mexico. Francisco Pizarro conquered the Inca Empire in Peru, while other Spanish explorers ventured further north, exploring present-day Florida and the Gulf Coast. The discovery and subsequent exploration of America were marked by a complex interplay of motivations, including the desire for wealth, the spread of Christianity, and the pursuit of fame and glory. It also involved encounters with indigenous peoples, leading to exchanges of ideas, cultures, and unfortunately, conflicts and subjugation. As European powers expanded their presence in the Americas, they established colonies, trade networks, and systems of governance. The Spanish and Portuguese, in particular, established vast empires in the New World, exploiting the region's resources and establishing a transatlantic slave trade that had far-reaching consequences for both continents. The European discovery of America had profound effects on the world. It resulted in the Columbian Exchange, a process of global biological and cultural exchange between the eastern and western hemispheres. New crops, such as potatoes, corn, and tomatoes, were introduced to Europe, while European diseases devastated indigenous populations in the Americas. The discovery of America also had significant geopolitical consequences. European powers engaged in territorial disputes, competing for control of valuable colonies and resources. The Treaty of Tordesillas, signed in 1494 between Spain and Portugal, sought to divide the newly discovered territories between the two powers, leading to the establishment of Portuguese Brazil and the Spanish dominions in the Americas. The European discovery of America had a profound impact on the development of the modern world. The influx of wealth from the Americas fueled the rise of capitalism and financed European exploration, colonization, and the scientific revolution. The encounter with indigenous cultures challenged prevailing European worldviews and laid the groundwork for debates on human rights, colonialism, and the rights of indigenous peoples. It is important to note that the European discovery of America was not a singular event but a complex historical process that involved multiple explorers, expeditions, and interactions over several centuries. It was a transformative moment in world history, with far-reaching consequences that continue to shape our global landscape today. The discovery of America by Europeans in the late 15th and early 16th centuries opened up new horizons of exploration, trade, and colonization. The voyages of Christopher Columbus, along with subsequent expeditions by other European explorers, led to the establishment of European empires in the New World. The discovery of America had profound effects on global history, including the Columbian Exchange, geopolitical shifts, and the development of the modern world.